What's up guys, welcome to another video, welcome to part 2 of how to script, and today we're looking at if statements. Now, you probably already know the basic one of, so this is the basic rule. Now we haven't defined it, so we have to use our variables we learned in part 1. So equals 2, local num2 equals 2. We're just using numbers for simplified reasons. Now, in if statements, you can't use a single equal or you'll error the code. You always have to use double equal. Now, you can call it double equals, you can call it equals equals. I call it directly equal, okay? Because it's 2 equals, so I don't know why. It's not actually called that. You can call it anything, but you have to use this double equals. But there are other signs you could use, such as greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, this is the most common one, and or, okay? Anything replaces this. Well, this is separate, so don't look at that. We'll look at that later. So if num1 is equal to num2, we can print whatever's in here. That's basically an if statement. So if this statement is true, we do whatever is in here. So it's following a true and false type of thing, okay? So we're just going to do basically print yes. The basic thing in scripting is printing. All you do is to say print yes, okay? Well, what have I put? Is num1, no, so if I do that, then it should say yes, okay, here we go. So that's equal to, or directly equal to. Now, if we do greater than, so if this is 4, we'll do 5, this is because I said, and then 2. So now, if num1 is greater than num2, print yes, and this will obviously do it. And you get the gist, you can do it for each one, okay? What this means, if you don't know, well, it says it here. So if the number was, if it was greater than or equal to, let's say, this was 5. This can be 6, 7, 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. If we're doing it up to 10, let's say, it could be 5 up to 10. Okay, it can include 5 because it's equal to 5. If it's equal to that number and greater than, okay, anything greater, it doesn't have to be up to 10. Okay, so that's this one. And then not equal to, this is well, okay, so num1's not equal to num2. Now, this is the opposite of directly equal, okay? And this is not used really in number form. So, like we said, we can use this. We can add variables to a string, or make variables store a string, an integer, or a boolean. So if I put that to true, not equal to true, then print yes. Well, it's equal to true, so it's not going to print anything. And that, so we've done that. Now we're going on to else, and this is we can do else if later, but we're doing else. This is what you do at the end of an if statement, and I'll tell you why later. Okay, so else, so if it's not equal to, which in this case it's not equal to true, print not equal, and then here, so if it's not, I'll explain through it. Alright, so I've made it here. So if so this is checking if num1 is greater than num2. So if 4 is greater than 7, which it isn't, it will print yes. So basically, so the script runs, it goes down here, checks the first line, checks the statement. So if this is equal to true, so if num1 is greater than num2, then it will go into this block of code. You can see this, it will print yes. If not, it will go to the else statement. So if it's not true, then it'll go to here and it'll print nope, which in this case it will print nope because obviously it's not equal. But if we say, well, greater than, so if we say this, now it will print yes, and it will avoid the else because it stops the if statement right there. Okay, and that's what that is. Next, we're going to do elif or elseif. I keep saying Python stuff. Elif is Python, by the way, and elseif is Lua, so that's what we're focusing on. Elseif, num1 is less than num2. I'm going to print yes again, okay? Now, this is completely different to else. Else you can do one time, only one time at the end. Now this one, you can do else if many times in a code, okay? But they have to be different, they can't be the same, or there's no point. So what I've done is, num1 is if this isn't true, we check the next else if, or the next if statement technically. If it's less than num2, then we print yes, okay? We're going to do yes too so you can identify both of them. It should, well, wait a second, so num1 is greater, I put it to equal, what am I doing? Yes 2, okay? So that's because 4 is less than 7, and that's why it's done that. And that is actually if statements done. Very simple. So we have else, else if, and if, and they run in order, okay? And you can use these symbols. Well, we'll do one more thing because we have, so num1, we have and or. We haven't done that yet. So and or, okay? And just means if two things, they both have to be true. So num1 is greater than num2, and we'll add another variable with num3, and this is going to be equal to 10. And num3 is greater than num1, then. So we're checking if num1 is greater than num2, which was, and then num3 is greater than num1. Then just print yes. Now it will do that. Yeah, so basically and is checking if both statements are true, and then or one of the statements, okay? So it will print yes because one of the statements are true. But what if we were to change this to 2? So num3 is greater than num1. Well, it's not. But what do you think? What do you guys think will happen? Oh yes. It's printed yes because it's or. It's gotten this. That's true. It checks this. That isn't true. So it sticks with this and prints yes. If none of them are true, so if I just change that to num1, it won't print anything. And what we can do is then do else print no, and then it's printing no. And that is if statements. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good time. We'll see you guys in the next one, part 3, and maybe another bedroom episode.